Getting into debt can happen fast. One decision, one moment, one bad month. But getting out of it can take years. And that's when it gets frustrating, because you can do everything you're supposed to do and still feel like you're not moving. Month after month, payment after payment. And at some point, you're starting to ask yourself, why is this taking so long? Hi, my name is Becky, and welcome to the channel where we talk about money, life choices, and what it actually takes to build financial stability and wealth in the real world. This is the final video in our Money Reality series that people rarely talk about. In the previous video, we talked about why being poor is actually more expensive and how small, everyday situations can slowly push people into debt. If you haven't seen that one yet, I highly recommend watching it after this video because it shows how this cycle often starts. But today we are talking about something just as important, because getting into debt is one thing, getting out of it is where most people really struggle. And once you understand why it takes so long, things start to make a lot more sense. So, why does it take so long to get out of debt? Because when you're in debt, time starts working against you. Let's say you have a debt. It doesn't just sit there, it grows. Interest every month, again and again. So now you're not just paying back what you borrowed, you are paying extra on top of it. And at the same time, you still have your normal life. Rent, food, bills, nothing stops. So every month your money is split. One part goes to your life, one part goes to your past. And that's why it takes so long, because no matter how hard you try, you can never put 100% of your money towards getting out of debt. To be quite honest, most people don't have a big amount of money left at the end of the month to put towards debt. So what do? They pay what they can, a part of the debt. But often that part is just enough to cover the interest. So you are paying each month, but nothing is really going down. And that's where the frustration comes from, understandably. Because you're doing the right thing, you're paying, you're trying, but the progress is so slow. It almost feels like nothing is happening. And this slowly starts to wear you down, because it's not just about the money anymore. It's about how it feels. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're paying every month. You're trying to stay on track. You're not ignoring it, and yet it feels like you're standing still. And that's frustrating, because from the outside, it looks like you're handling things, paying your bills, doing your best. But on the inside, it feels heavy. Every decision starts to feel different. You think twice about everything, not because you want to, but because you have to. And over time, it starts to take up space in your head. You think about it more than you'd like. You carry it with you, even in moments when you're supposed to relax. And then there's that constant thought, how long is this going to take? Because you're doing the work, but you're not seeing fast results. And that's where a lot of people lose motivation. And again, very understandably. because it starts feeling endless. Like you're putting in the effort without getting closer to the finish line. And that's what makes this so hard. Not just the numbers, but the feeling of being stuck in it. So what actually needs to change? Because at this point, it's not about trying harder. Most people in this situation are already trying their best. The real problem is this, that everything is scattered. Different companies, different payments, different amounts, different deadlines, and all of it is pulling on you at the same time. And that's where it goes wrong, because you're not dealing with one clear system. You're reacting to 10 different problems. So the first real step is bringing that together. One of the most common ways people do this is through consolidation, taking multiple debts and combining them into one. One payment, one structure, one clear plan. And when it's done right, it can actually make things a lot easier. Because instead of constantly juggling, you now know exactly what needs to be paid and when. And sometimes it can even lower your monthly pressure or improve your interest situation. But this is important. It only works if nothing gets added on top. Because consolidation is not the solution by itself. It is the structure that allows a solution. So pay attention. The consolidation gives you clarity. It gives you breathing room. But what you do with that space, with that breathing room, is what determines the outcome. And that's where the second step comes in. Because even with this consolidation structure, you are still at risk. If one unexpected bill hits, you are right back where you started. So at the same time, you need to start building a buffer, something simple and realistic. Let's say $100 a month, maybe more, maybe less. Just be consistent and put that money in a separate bank account, not your main account, because if it's there, you'll use it. That's human. So you make it slightly harder to access it. And over time, that $100 becomes $300, $500, $1,000. And that's where things start to change. Because now, when something happens, it doesn't go on a credit card. It doesn't turn into new debt. You now handle it. And that is the moment where the cycle finally breaks. Not because all your debt is magically gone, but because now no new debt is being added. And from that point, progress becomes real. Slow, but finally moving forward. Once you understand all of this, you start to see the full picture. How debt starts, how it's built, and why it takes so long to get out of it. Not because people aren't trying, but because the system is harder than it looks. And if there's one thing to take from this, it's not about being perfect. It's about becoming more structured and slowly taking back control one step at a time. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you being here. And if these videos help you see things differently, feel free to subscribe. There's a lot more coming. In the next video, I will be showing you what I would do if I won the lottery. So if that is something you want to find out, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on that one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.